But Raja ain't the only thing in the world, baby girl. He is not. I'm telling you, he is not. Hey guys, Queen Rattler here, and today I'm coming at you guys with something that's a little bit different. It is, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back I did a video on my channel that was titled Storytime I Am Not Pretty. And I told you guys that I had a love and an attachment to like girls and women and stuff like that. So this video is actually one of those type of videos. Now, it's more so centered on like a, you know how when people say they write a letter to their younger self today, like if they were to meet themselves at a younger age today, they would have a totally different message to tell them. So that's kind of what this is, because I see a lot of girls and just know in general that this is how it goes, because I know how I was when I was in high school in 16. And you know, at that age, it's kind of like you're trying to find yourself and figure out, you know, where you belong and what you want to do with yourself. And, you know, we're in the whole love stage or whatever you want to call it. And I don't know why, but this has been on my mind for a while. So I was just like, let me just go ahead and film today. As you can tell, I was not supposed to film today. I have on no makeup, so you guys are going to see me in my rare bare form. But this is a video, and I'm going to title this A Letter to My 16-Year-Old Self. So, if you guys would like to hear my letter to my 16 crazy-year-old self, keep on watching. So when I was 16, I was 16, I was in the 11th grade. So I was a junior in high school. And I was in the phase of, I wasn't very like rambunctious or anything, but I listened to what my mom said, but I still wanted to have that freedom, and she had a leash on me for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But at the time, I was dating this guy, and I had been dating him since my sophomore year. And we are going to name him Raja. We're going to name him Raja. And me and Raja was just like this. Like, oh my God, he was my everything. I was his everything. We were in love. Like, we was every day. He was at my house every single day, like, until it was time to go to bed. And now that I'm thinking about that, that was kind of excessive, but whatever. So at the time, you know, Raja was everything. And besides school and work, it was me and Raja. But looking back on it, it was like, now it's just like, and like I said, I was 16 at the time. So now looking back on it, it's just like, girl, really? Like, I dated him from 15 to right a little bit after my 18th birthday. And so that's 3 years, like my whole entire high school, basically, because I was a sophomore, and then I dated him. I started maybe at the end of my sophomore year and then enrolled into right after I graduated. So he was a freshman in college. And I don't know what I was thinking, like, now when I think about it, because like I said, this is a letter to my 16-year-old self. When I just sit back and like think, I'm just thinking to myself like, girl, you wasted 3 years of your life. Like, real talk. And there's no shade to him. Like, this dude cheated on me, which is a story time, another story time. Like, this dude was just disrespectful. Like, our goals were not the same. Like, we did not have like the same mind frame. Like, our paths were totally different. Like, it was just crazy to even think that I really spent 3 years thinking that this was it. Like, this was the person I was going to be with and everything. And my mama used to tell me, you know, she used to fight me about him, but I ain't care what she said, child. But like, if I were to meet me today when I was with him, dating him at 16, I would be like, I would yank myself by the collar and be like, girl, leave him alone, okay? Because for one, he ain't gonna be around too much more longer, because I kid you not, right after I graduated high school, right before I joined the Navy, or I shipped off to go to the Navy, we broke up. And the reason why we broke up is another story time. It's so stupid, the reason why we broke up. It was over some food, but that, like I said, that's a whole nother story time. And but yeah, I would tell myself, like, you're 16, you know, you're in high school, you should be spending time with your friends, like, you should be living life, like, you should be, you know, kind of preparing yourself for your senior year, which I was, but, you know, I was a straight A student, like, I had no problems in that area, but I didn't really do much. You know how, like, normal 16-year-olds, they would go to the mall with their friends, or they would go to the parties, or they would hang out or whatever. Like, no, I was always with Roger. Like, no lie. Always with Roger. He would come pick me up from school, and we would go chill, or we would do whatever, and that was it. Like, now we had fun times together because we was always doing something, you know, whether it was the movies or, you know, going out to eat or whatever it was we was doing. We was always doing something, but it was just like, we was always together, like, all the time. And when I think about it now, it's just like, you wasted literally all of your high school years because you really didn't enjoy anything. Like, my graduation night, I didn't go to any parties. What I did was, after graduation, me, him, and my family, we went out to eat, and then we went back to my house, and that was it. I went to sleep. That was it. And he was sleeping with me until my mama said it was time for him to go home. Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, he didn't want me to go hang out, but he could go hang out when he wanted to hang out. Like, it wasn't a control type thing. It was just like, I don't know what it was, but now that I'm thinking about it, it was all stupid. Like, I should have been out enjoying. I should have been out, you know, doing me, living life, having fun, like, you know, like I said, hanging out with my friends. Since I was a cheerleader, and we didn't really, like, the cheerleaders didn't really hang out like that, just because I felt like a lot of us was only around each other because we were cheerleaders, and I never really hung out with the cheerleaders. I always hung out with my best friend. So it was just like, I never really hung out with them. So I really didn't have no real friends. Like, out of the whole cheerleading squad, I'm still friends with 2 of them. And one of them, we graduated together. The other one, she graduated a year before me. But I only still talk to 2 of them, like, and I call them my friends. And it's only 2 of them. And it was like a whole squad. So I couldn't really hang out with them. And then my best friend at the time, me and her didn't really hang out because I was always with Roger. And she used to be like, y'all always up under each other. And girl, you don't know what she's talking about. But now I see, like, I should have been hanging out with her, or, you know, just doing my own thing. Like, I shouldn't have had him or been up under him like that. Like, So, if I had to, I said all that to say this, like, if I had to write a letter to my 16-year-old self, or if I had to sit down and have a conversation with my 16-year-old self, or if I was my 16-year-old self's big sister, I would be like, listen, girl, do your own thing. And I say that because I know there's a lot of people right now that's in that stage. Like, they just feel like they Roger is everything, and they spending all their time with they Roger, and they Roger is all that matters, and this and third. Girl, let me tell you something. Roger will be there if he's supposed to be there. Like, go explore, venture, be with your friends, get crazy, get wild. Like, don't get arrested or nothing like that and get kicked out of school, but just go and have fun. Like, be a teenager. Be a 16-year-old teenager. Like, you don't need to be cooped up with no boy. Like, you don't need to be all about no boy. And if you a boy watching this, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, you don't need to be cooped up with no girl. You don't need to have your girl all cooped up in front of you. Like, be individuals. Like, you can have you a little boo, you know, text, hey girl, like, yeah, want to go to the movies or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's not how you gonna text her, but, or he, you know, you text him. But what I'm saying is, use this time to really have fun, because once you go off to college, like, things change tremendously once you leave and go off to college. Like, that's when you really, I mean, you still can have fun, but it's time for you to, like, start getting your life together, because you have to really figure out what you want to do in life and what you want to be, because you don't want to be a 27-year-old college student that still ain't done. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, it's for reasons like me. Like, I've joined the military, so I just finished up my master's last year, so, or the beginning of this year. So I was 26 by the time I finished school, but like I just said, I got a master's. But you don't want to be like 26, 27 still working on your bachelor's because you decided to go play and party in college. Like, have fun, do you, Monday through Thursday. You need to buckle down. Friday through Sunday, go ahead on, have fun or whatever. But at 16, you just need to be working. What opportunities you want to set yourself up for and partake in your senior year for after high school, whatever it may be, whether it's college or military. If you want to take a year off, because I know some people take a year off and they work or whatever they do, but just take this time right now to just, you know, kind of continue to develop yourself as a young lady, right? Because I just think that people get, or young girls, let me say, they get so caught up in these dudes, and it's just like, before you know it, here your life pass you by and your years go by and you're just like, dang, I really just wasted my time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I know some people where they say the whole, what is it, the high school sweetheart thing. Like, I know a couple of people who I went to school with who actually were high school sweethearts and they are still to this day married. Like, I know a couple of people. And for the most part, sometimes it works out like that. But 9 times out of 10, it don't work like that. Like, usually the person that you are with right now at 16 is not the person that you're going to be with at even 19, 20, 21. Like, usually once you go off to college, bye, Roger. Because you're going to see Charles, and you're going to see Taquan, and you're going to see Brandon, and you're going to see all these lovely looking chocolate little boys or whatever your preference is, and you're going to see them, and Roger going to be like, back here, you're going to be like, Roger. He going to be, Roger. That's how it's going to be. Like, you're not even going to care. So, yeah, I just went on a little rumble or a little rant. But yeah, I wouldn't spend too much time in being in anything serious right now, because even at 22, 23, you could be with somebody today and then tomorrow you don't even want to see them. Like, so at 16, I'm knowing that more times than not, that ain't the person that you're going to be with, that you're going to marry, that you're going to have a family with. And I'm not saying that it cannot happen. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is explore. Like, go out, meet people, visit places. Because I think a lot of people like as teenagers, they're small-minded in the sense of they stay with what they know. You know what I mean? Because that's how I was. Like, I got a huge culture shock and just like a life shock once I joined the military. It was just like so much world out there. So at 16, you need to be thinking like that. Like, there's so much world out there. Like, there's so much that I haven't seen, so much that I haven't done, and so many people that I have not met. So right now where I am today is probably not where I'm going to be in a couple of years, especially if you're the type of person who's constantly trying to elevate and evolve yourself. Like, sometimes you outgrow people, and at 16 with a boyfriend, more than likely you're gonna outgrow him, or he's gonna outgrow you, or he's gonna, if he goes out to college, he's gonna find a Sarah or a Miranda or a Tiffany or something like that. So, you know, and if you guys are supposed to be together, then you'll be together. But at the same time, you need to go out and see if this is what you want. Like, Carlos might be what you want, or Bob might be what you want. You know what I mean? So you don't know until you actually go out and do it and travel. Like, if you have the opportunity to travel, please travel. But that's further on down the line. At 16, you're still trying to get through high school, and you're probably just trying to make it to your senior year, because you're probably over school by now. Like, because I know I was over school. Like, I was just over it. Like, I wasn't one of those kids who didn't like to go to school. I went to school every day, but I was over it. Let me tell you, I was just over it. Especially because I could have graduated at 16, but I decided to keep going with my original class. But I was over it. So, I get it, and I know you over it. And I'm actually going to do another video on how to survive being over high school. So, yeah, I hope this was informative. If you have a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old or just a teenager in general who could benefit from this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and share this with them so that they can see it too. I try to be as relatable and as real as I possibly can, because I know how I was at 16. So I know you can't tell me nothing about Bob, or you can't tell me nothing about Roger, baby. But Raja ain't the only thing in the world, baby girl. He is not. I'm telling you, he is not. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I try to upload every Thursday, and I might drop one throughout the week here and there outside of Thursday. This might be one that might be dropped outside of Thursday. You never know. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I thank you guys for watching this. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.